This video is created to help you fall asleep. If you're watching this right now, gently place your phone a little farther away and slowly close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and then slowly let it go. Let's do that again. Deep breath in, hold, and gently release. One more time. In, hold, and out. There's nothing you need to do. Nothing you need to think about. Just listen. Now, let's begin tonight's story. The Sleepless Magician. In a small town forgotten by most maps, there lived a magician who had not truly slept in decades. His name was Eldrin Moore, though people rarely used it. To them, he was simply the magician, the man who could bend fire into birds, pull memories out of empty hats, and make sorrow disappear for a moment. Eldrin's life was spent on stages, streets, and candlelit rooms. Morning, afternoon, night, it didn't matter. Someone was always knocking on his door. "Show me magic," they begged. "Just one trick," they whispered. "Make me forget," they cried. And Eldrin never refused. Because of this, sleep became a stranger to him. While others rested, he performed. While the town dreamed, he stayed awake, watching their eyes widen in wonder. His own dreams faded, slipping away year by year until he could no longer remember what it felt like to close his eyes and drift. At dawn, when exhaustion pressed against his bones, someone would arrive. A child with curiosity, a lover with heartbreak, a soldier with haunted eyes. Eldrin would smile, raise his hands, and give them magic instead of rest. People adored him. They applauded, cheered, and praised his gift. Yet none noticed the deep shadows under his eyes, or how his hands sometimes trembled when the applause faded. Inside his small wooden home, shelves were lined with strange objects, cracked mirrors, glowing stones, hourglasses filled with silver sand. At the very center sat a locked chest, old and humming softly, as if breathing. Eldrin often stared at it late at night. "Soon," he would whisper to the chest, "soon I'll rest." But deep in his heart, a darker thought was growing, one born of endless wakefulness. If he could never sleep, then perhaps no one else deserved to. As the years passed, Eldrin Moore's mind began to change. Sleep deprivation does strange things to a man. Thoughts blur, emotions twist. What once felt like kindness slowly turned into resentment. Eldrin watched people leave his shows, yawning as they returned to their warm beds, while he remained awake, alone with the silence. He tried everything to sleep: herbal brews, whispered spells, ancient lullabies written in forgotten languages. Nothing worked. The moment he closed his eyes, images of faces appeared, thousands of faces watching him, waiting for magic. So he stayed awake. Night after night, Eldrin wandered the town. He saw lights turn off, heard soft breathing through open windows, watched dreams settle gently over rooftops like fog. Each sleeping face felt like an insult. "They take it for granted," he muttered, "the one thing I cannot have." One evening, while studying an ancient grimoire, Eldrin found a forbidden spell, Somnus Vassus, the vessel of sleep. The spell did not create rest, it stole it. According to the book, sleep was not just a state, it was a substance, a delicate essence that could be extracted, stored, and sealed. If gathered in enough quantity, it could restore even the most broken mind. Eldrin's hands shook as he read. A plan formed, slowly, dangerously. He began crafting the vessel, a small crystal bottle, etched with runes that glowed faintly blue. Inside it, the air shimmered as if filled with invisible waves. This bottle would hold the town's sleep, their dreams, their rest, their peace. But one person was not enough. Eldrin needed everyone. So he sent invitations across the town, written in elegant ink. A final performance, a miracle unlike any other. Gather at the open field under the full moon. People were thrilled. Children jumped with excitement. Adults cleared their schedules. No one questioned the magician they trusted. On the night of the full moon, Eldrin stood alone in the field, the crystal bottle hidden inside his coat. For the first time in his life, he felt close to rest. Too close. The open field glowed under the full moon. Families arrived with blankets and lanterns. Children sat cross-legged on the grass, eyes sparkling with excitement. Elders leaned on canes, smiling with trust. No one sensed danger. After all, this was Eldrin, the magician who had never harmed a soul. Eldrin stepped onto the wooden platform at the center of the field. Applause erupted, loud and warm. He bowed slowly, though his eyes looked distant, almost hollow. "Tonight," he announced, his voice calm and smooth, "you will witness magic never seen before." He began with simple tricks, coins turning into doves, fire dissolving into mist. Laughter filled the air. Then the wind shifted. The lantern flames flickered blue. Eldrin raised his hands. "Close your eyes," he said gently, "just for a moment." They obeyed. Whispers spread through the air, soft, rhythmic like breathing. One by one, heads drooped, bodies relaxed. The entire field fell into sudden, unnatural sleep. Eldrin removed the crystal bottle. He whispered the forbidden words. Blue light poured from the sleepers' chests, thin as smoke, yet heavy with meaning. Dreams, memories, rest itself, drawn out like mist at dawn. The bottle pulsed, growing warmer, brighter, fuller. Eldrin gasped as the energy entered the vessel. For the first time in decades, his mind felt quiet. Peace touched him briefly,
painfully sweet. When the spell ended, the field was silent. People stirred awake, but something was wrong. Their eyes were open, yet empty. They moved, spoke, laughed, but without yawns, without dreams, without rest. That night, no one slept, nor the next. Days passed, the town changed. Faces grew pale, tempers sharpened. Children cried endlessly. Adults forgot kindness. Doctors were helpless. No one could dream. No one could rest. Eldrin was gone. Only footprints remained, leading away from the town. And somewhere in the darkness, the magician finally slept, while an entire town stayed awake.
Months passed, yet the town never slept. Without rest, time lost its rhythm. Days and nights blurred into one endless gray stretch. People forgot songs, forgot patience, even forgot how to smile. Some collapsed from exhaustion that never turned into sleep. Others wandered the streets, whispering to themselves. But on a stormy night, something impossible happened. A child was born. His mother had not slept for nearly a year, yet when the child cried, the sound felt different, stronger, steadier. The midwife froze. "He's dreaming," she whispered. The child's name was Caleb Hart. As Caleb grew, the town noticed strange things about him. While others stared blankly through the night, Caleb closed his eyes. He slept, deeply, peacefully. His dreams were so powerful that sometimes people sitting near him felt calm, almost drowsy. By the age of 10, Caleb understood the truth. He saw the pain around him. He heard the stories of the magician who stole sleep. And in his dreams, a glowing crystal bottle appeared again and again, calling to him. At 15, Caleb began training his body and mind. Sleep gave him strength others lacked. While the town weakened, he grew faster, sharper. Old books taught him history. Broken soldiers taught him combat. Wandering monks taught him discipline. Every night he dreamed of a path through fire and shadow. Every morning he awoke with purpose. When Caleb turned 20, he stood in the center of the town, the same field where sleep was stolen. The people gathered, hollow-eyed but hopeful. "I will bring it back," he said. "All of it." He packed lightly, a blade, a cloak, water, and a small silver cup. His mother kissed his forehead, tears falling. "Come back," she whispered. Caleb stepped beyond the town's edge, following the footprints of a man who could not rest. The journey had begun. Caleb's journey led him far beyond the broken town, into lands where night never truly ended. The sky stayed dim, as if sleep itself had abandoned the world. Villages he passed were silent, filled with people who moved but never rested, victims of the same stolen magic. Each step grew heavier. On the third day, Caleb collapsed from exhaustion. Yet when his eyes closed, sleep claimed him instantly. In his dream, the crystal bottle appeared again, floating above black water. A voice echoed, tired, bitter, familiar. "Turn back." Caleb woke with fire in his chest. Further along the road, he encountered the Watchers, figures wrapped in dark cloth, their eyes wide open, never blinking. They fed on sleeplessness, growing stronger as others weakened. "You carry sleep. It does not belong to you," they attacked. Caleb fought with everything he had. His blade moved fast, guided by instinct sharpened in dreams. When he struck, the Watchers dissolved into ash, unable to withstand the calm force of rest. Beyond them lay the waking forest, where trees whispered non-stop, never pausing, never silent. Voices clawed at his mind, trying to keep him awake. Caleb pressed forward, humming a lullaby his mother once sang, each note shielding him. At the heart of the forest, he found an abandoned tower. Inside, mirrors lined the walls. In each reflection, Caleb saw himself, aged, broken, sleepless. "This is your future," the tower murmured. Caleb closed his eyes. He slept. When he woke, the mirrors shattered. At the top of the tower, a map burned itself onto the floor, marking a mountain wrapped in storm clouds. The magician sleeps there. Caleb took a deep breath and turned toward the mountain, knowing the hardest part was still ahead. The mountain rose like a scar against the sky. Storm clouds wrapped around its peak, circling endlessly, never breaking, just like the sleepless world below. Each step upward felt heavier, as if the mountain itself resisted rest. Caleb climbed for days. The air grew thin. Wind screamed like a warning. At night, he found shelter in caves carved with ancient symbols, marks left by others who had tried and failed. Inside one cave, Caleb met an old man sitting cross-legged, eyes open, unmoving. "I came for sleep," the man said without blinking. "I stayed for truth." The man warned him, "The magician is no monster. He is a mirror. Face him and you face what people become when they are forgotten." Caleb continued upward. As he neared the summit, dreams began to leak into reality. Caleb saw children laughing, then vanishing. He smelled his mother's cooking, heard her voice calling his name, only for it to dissolve into cold wind. The final barrier stood before him, a gate made of glowing blue light, pulsing like a heartbeat. Carved into the stone were the words, "Only the fully rested may enter." Caleb sat down. The storm raged around him. Lightning cracked the sky. Still, he closed his eyes. He slept. Dreams wrapped around him, warm, steady, unbroken. When he awoke, the gate dissolved into mist. At the summit stood a quiet house, wooden and small, exactly like the magician's old home. Inside, Eldrin Moore slept in a chair, face peaceful, hands resting on a crystal bottle glowing softly beside him. For the first time, Caleb saw him not as a villain, but as a tired man who had gone too far. Caleb stepped forward. The bottle hummed louder. The final choice had arrived. Caleb's footsteps were soft, but the crystal bottle sensed him. It pulsed brighter. Eldrin Moore stirred in his chair. Slowly, painfully, he opened his eyes. For the first time in years, they looked rested. Clear, calm, almost kind. "So," Eldrin said quietly, "the town finally sent someone who can sleep." Caleb didn't raise his blade. "They didn't send me," he replied. "They couldn't. I came because I could still dream." Eldrin laughed, a short, tired sound. "Dreams," he repeated. "I gave my life so others could have them. And then you took them back," Caleb said. Silence filled the room. Eldrin stood, joints crocking. "Do you know what it's like?" he asked, voice shaking. "To perform magic until your own humanity disappears? To watch the world rest while you stay awake forever?" Caleb nodded. "No," he said honestly, "but I know what it's like to be born into suffering I didn't choose." Eldrin looked at the bottle. "That sleep saved me. It's killing everyone else." For a moment, Eldrin's hands trembled. Then the bitterness returned. He lifted the bottle, blue light spilling across the room. "If I let this go," he whispered, "I will never sleep again." Caleb stepped closer. "You will," he said softly, "just not alone." Eldrin's eyes narrowed. "What does that mean?" Caleb raised the silver cup he carried. "Sleep is meant to be shared, not stolen." Eldrin hesitated. The storm outside paused just for a breath. Finally, Eldrin lowered the bottle. Tears slipped down his face. "I just wanted rest," he said. Caleb reached out. "And you deserved it." The bottle cracked. Blue light flooded the room, rising like mist, escaping through the walls, racing back toward the waiting world. Eldrin collapsed. Caleb caught him. For the first time in decades, Eldrin slept, not from stolen dreams, but from forgiveness. The blue mist traveled faster than any storm. It flowed through valleys, crossed rivers, and slipped into open windows. One by one, people stopped moving. Bodies sank into beds, grass, wooden floors. For the first time in months, years, sleep returned. Dreams bloomed. Children laughed in their rest. Soldiers wept and healed. The town breathed again. At the mountain's peak, dawn arrived softly. Eldrin Moore lay asleep on the floor, breathing slow and steady. The crystal bottle was gone, reduced to dust that glittered in the morning light. Caleb watched over him until the sun fully rose. When Eldrin woke, he looked human. "I dreamed," he whispered, "not of stages, not of applause. I dreamed of silence." Caleb smiled. "That's enough." They returned to the town together. People gathered in the same field where everything went wrong. This time, faces were rested, eyes were warm. Some cried when they saw Eldrin. Some wanted to shout, but exhaustion had softened anger. Eldrin bowed deeply. "I cannot undo the harm," he said, "but I will spend what life I have left repairing it." No one clapped. Instead, someone offered him water. Caleb never stayed. Sleep had returned, and with it, his purpose faded. He left quietly, walking toward a horizon no one noticed. Years later, people told stories of a magician who lost himself, of a town that forgot to dream, and of a hero born from sleep, who reminded the world that rest is not weakness, but mercy. And somewhere, every night, when eyes finally close, his legacy lives on.